I want to welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about, is Bronny James going to leave USC and join his father with the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Bronny James may have just played his last game today. The USC Trojans lose to the Arizona Wildcats 70-49. And it seems like he may be moving on to the NBA. Even though ESPN said he will not be drafted in the first or second round, they put him in the second round, number 41, next year in the 2025 draft. But the agent for LeBron James basically said it doesn't matter. It just matters if he's picked by the right team that he can be developed by. And that's what they're looking for. And basically what he's saying, will the Lakers invest in Bronny James so he can eventually play with his father? It's been his father's dream ever since the young man was starting to play basketball, that eventually at the end of his career, him and his son would play together. But the way this season went at USC, him having the problems with his heart, him only being able to crack the starting lineup for a couple of games, then he went back to the bench, basically averaged 4 to 5 points a game, a couple of rebounds a game. He wasn't truly a huge factor in their success. They finished at the bottom half of the Pac-12. So what will happen? Will LeBron James say, hey, he goes back to USC? Will he transfer him to another team? Or will he take that next step and join the NBA? It's up to this young man's decision. But it seems like it may just be up to LeBron James's decision of what's going to go on. Because LeBron is one of the few athletes that have the power to ask somebody to draft his son. I'm going to work with him. He's going to be a team player. He's going to be there every day. But this is going to seem more like nepotism, that he's not qualified to be in the NBA. Maybe he goes to the NBA and he gets on the G League team where he can develop as a player. That's what they're basically saying. Rich Paul and Maverick Carter, they want him in the right situation. And that's where they're talking about him being. And I think this has a lot to do if LeBron signs or re-signs with the Los Angeles Lakers, that his son will join him in a Laker uniform. And that's going to be hard for Jeannie Buss to turn down, because she wants LeBron to bring in the fans in the stands. You know, the Lakers are still relevant long as LeBron has that jersey on. They don't want to move on yet. And he thinks by being there, being able to coach Bronny, being able to get him up to speed on the NBA, that he could have a career in the league. It may not be the best career in the league. He might be a bench player. If he make it as a starter, hell, I'll be shocked. But he could have a career for 10 years. There's plenty of NBA players out here. Bruce Bowen, Swaggy P, all those type of players out here who had careers, getting a pension, living good. That can happen for Bronny James. But I don't see the superstar that his father was. And his father is putting a lot of pressure on him. I believe that Bronny is going to have to make the decision that is best for Bronny. Not what's best for his father, not what's best for Rich Paul and Maverick Carter, because this is his life. It's not his father's life. Yes, he's going to inherit billions of dollars in the future, him, his brother, and his daughter, his sister. But this is his life that he has staked his claim at. And he's going to have to make that decision. And that's where his mother steps in at. I think she's a strong influence on Bronny James, that he's going to have to do what's right by him. And he should know if he's ready to step up in the NBA. You know, it's easy for his father to say, like his father said, well, Bronny is better than some of these people on the bench in the NBA. I saw league pass. That's what LeBron said. But we saw Bronny play. And we saw him not be ready for the NBA. His game is not functionally well right now to suit the NBA. Not with the fast guards. Not with the basketball intelligence that he has is great for the NBA. But his physical, his skills set is not ready for the NBA. I know it, you know it, and everybody else knows. But the only people who's willing to say something about it is the people who is on line talking about it. The people who's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're the only ones who's willing to say those words. Because if you say those words, LeBron is going to come down hard on you. And don't nobody like to be wiped out or possibly not getting a job, not getting a podcast, not doing this and not doing that. Anything that surrounds the NBA and Nike. That they are not going to tell him the truth. Because he needs to know the truth. And that's kind of like what the USC coach did. Treated him like everybody else. If he was as good as he said he was, he would have been out there. But because you had that James last name, and you had that Bronny James Jr. last name, you going to get a shot. Better than the guys on the team who are better than you. And let me tell you something. When you get to the G League, when you get to the NBA, they going to try and dust you off, bruh. They going to try and dust you off. Try to say you ain't qualified to be in this league. You ain't good enough. So it's up to this young man to possibly make the biggest decision of his life. To see if he's ready to put his name into the NBA draft. I don't think the young man is ready. I think too much pressure is on him. I think his father has put too much pressure on him. You know, he should just settle down, go somewhere east, play on another basketball team, and get away from LA and his father. I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.